Let me tell you why I am getting more into real estate investing. What's happening? It's Erik J. Olson. I said more into, but the reality is I'm getting into real estate investing. Now, this office that we're at for Array Digital, I actually own this. I've had it for about 4.5 years now. And then technically Array Digital leases it from me. Now, it's actually not me. I have an LLC that I own 100%. That owns the building 100%. And then Array Digital is a tenant. The reason that we did that is because I had already put the contract in place and was already doing construction on the building when Kevin and I met and decided that we were going to merge companies and then move into the space. We needed a new, bigger office for both of our companies after the merger, and this was the obvious go-to. So I own this commercial building, and I only own one other piece of real estate, which is my primary residence where I live. But I want to get into investing. And what I mean by investing is not so much like what we're doing here at Array Digital, where our operating business rents the property. I want to get into real estate investing where my company or I don't rent that property. Someone else does. And so what I'm actually doing right now is, as I record this, it's July 4th. Yes, I'm in the office today knocking out some podcasts because these things are important. But in roughly 1 month, by August 5th, I will be closing on my first commercial investment property. It's commercial, so it's not residential, it's commercial, and there are 6 units in there. So why am I doing that? Why am I buying commercial real estate? I'm buying commercial real estate because for lots of different investing reasons. But the biggest one is cash flow. And you'll probably hear a lot of people on the internet, on social media, talking about cash flow, yelling about cash flow, throwing cash in your face. Like, I'm not in it for like the hype. I'm in it for the actual reality of cash flow. I can take some of the money that I've saved up, put it down as a deposit into a commercial building, rent those units out, borrow the money from a bank to, actually make the purchase. And then every month, I take all the tenants' rent and I deduct all my expenses and I deduct how much I owe the bank, and there'll be money left over. I've already done the projections. I know that there's going to be money left over, and every year the amount of money is going to increase. I am not going to manage the property. I'm going to hire a property manager. That's one of the expenses that I already anticipate. And even with that, I'll still make money. So I could take a relatively small amount of money, buy a relatively expensive commercial building, and then every month get positive cash flow without having to do anything. Now, that's the key here. That is passive income. But I have to take a chunk of money in order to buy a small amount of monthly passive income. But I want passive income. The last thing I want is to buy another job. I already have a job. I already said it's 4th of July and I'm in the office because I have a job. And my job today is not only to help with the yard work, which I already did, but to come in here and record episodes. I don't want another job. So if I want another source of income, which I do, then it has to be passive. And commercial real estate is a great way of generating passive income. There's a lot of other benefits as well to real estate investing. I won't go into details into any of these, but I will list off a few. The actual real estate itself will depreciate over time. I'm sorry, did I say depreciate? Appreciate. It will appreciate. It will increase in price over time. But the government allows you to take an annual depreciation, which is basically a write-off. That's amazing, right? So you get cash flow, your actual piece of property appreciates, it goes up, yet every year the government says, well, this piece of property is kind of wearing out year over year over year, so we're going to allow you to write off and depreciate it over time. That's a tax savings. Tons of benefits. You're going to hear me talking more about this. This will not be the first, well, I guess it will be the first, but it won't be the last real estate investment I will be doing. I'm already saving up for the next one. I've already talked to my real estate broker about the next one. My goal, well, actually, I haven't formalized the goal yet. My goal is to buy a lot of real estate. I haven't quantified what that will be, but I can guarantee it will be at least one multi-unit building or property every year, probably more like 2. Hey there, it's Erik J. Olson. I wanted to let you know about my book, $1 Million Journey: How to Launch a 7-Figure Business. This is the story of what it took for me to go from freelancer with no clients, no employees, no revenue, to growing a $1 million business. It took me 8 years, and I made a lot of mistakes. And all of those mistakes, and more importantly, lessons learned, are in this book. And we have chapter takeaways, 5 to 15 takeaways that you can apply right now to your business. Check it out on Amazon, $1 Million Journey by me, Erik J. Olson.